Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, the Flats, Bobby Dodd Stadium, home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Ramblin' Wreck, hoping to rev up that engine. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Tulane Green Wave taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. Fair catch called for and made. The Yellow Jackets offense will take the first swing of the game. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job. A really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it often in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
And the Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Rowe. He's right on target. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Tulane's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Both of these defenses, David, anchored by star middle backers.
I mean, they're just stars right in the middle of the defense. You'll see them go sideline to sideline, and they will make plays all over the field.
Yeah, these guys are the heart and souls of their defense. They're the leaders. Everybody looks up to them. They're constantly making plays.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. He wants to throw. He's got it. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The inside handoff. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. They'll try the run. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
That's why, as a defense, it's so important to win early downs. You win first and second down, you set up third and long. Now you can pin your ears back and get after the QB.
He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They're working that left side. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Finds his way for three out to the 33. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. Third down coming. Looking to scramble. Safe completion on the screen. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, on third down, they go to the running back screen. They're able to get a couple of yards, but not enough for the first. What do?
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Just going to keep it after the snap.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the designed quarterback running game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Comes out throwing on first down. On the run, fires downfield. He's got it. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Tulane right back to the line. Hands it off. At the 40, there he goes. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down. Offense lining up quickly.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down. He's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Leaves it with the back. Finds a crease at the 20. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. They're going to ride this running back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, the running back has it. Headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll try to blast their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Dropping back, it's Galladay. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane.
I tell you what, when you give me that kind of effort, I'm going to find you more often. What a layout. QB throws the football a little bit in front of him, had to dive and go make the catch. He lays out, secures the catch through the ground. Remember, got to catch it all the way through the ground. Nice effort by that receiver there.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ball State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Schumann Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Eastern Michigan. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Using the quick game. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. The give to the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Yellow Jackets have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Would have been a long field goal, 54 yards from here, so instead they'll try to move the chains. It's 4th and short. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line.
And simple play, simple gain. Get that first down. That's all that matters. I don't try to trick. I go back to what I know I do really, really well.
They get him down after he makes the catch. Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got some room, headed to the goal line. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They want to run this quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively,
makes the catch down the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Got a man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first. They'll make some adjustments. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Some misdirection with the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Firing to the right, complete. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first completion.
This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll run it to the right. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. This is a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Galladay. Pocket starts to collapse. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. The Yellow Jackets are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Touch pass on the right. Across the 45. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Yellow Jackets are rolling down the field. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Sticks it in his belly. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a 1st down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. He's going to take off.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He makes a catch. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. He wants to throw it again. Zings it complete to the right. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's going to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Schmidt. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. And the Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. A jet sweep pass. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great game day atmosphere today in Atlanta. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's send it back to the 5th oldest venue in college football, Bobby Dodd Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just...
Running toward the tape. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
We didn't have to work very hard on that one. There was nobody in sight as he rips off a massive run.
Sort of a mark of excellence for any back is yards after contact. Well, yards before contact can be sort of a badge of honor for that O-line.
Yeah, let's give them some credit. They got tremendous push getting hats on hats. They made that easy.
Off play action. A shot toward the end zone, and he's got it! Touchdown, Green Wave!
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3's coming soon.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Number 12, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. And, man, David, you couldn't ask for any better starting field position than this.
This is as good as it gets. Defense made the play. Now offense gets a chance, Jesse, to go cash this in.
Yeah, they got to pay this one off, too. They would be...
Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And the beatdown has ensued.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Pulls and fires complete, fighting off the defender. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Looking for a man. It's Galladay. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A first down run in the red zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. If this offense wants to stay in this game, they have to punch it in on this drive. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive. And I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Oh, they blocked the kick. Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with him. Breaks the tackle. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his tight end. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4 down territory. The offense still on the field. They'll immediately call timeout. A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. The Yellow Jackets get enough to move the chains. In your own territory, 4th down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. Catch in the middle, it's Schmidt. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. At the 45 on his way. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. And the Yellow Jackets are on the move. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, they had the screen all set up on 1st down, and he couldn't make the catch. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. He's looking to pass. He's going for it all. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Trying to get to him. Hit as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Trying to get behind the defense. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. Offense getting set for 1st down.
Get set.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Galladay. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to it. Plows through the defense. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Splits the uprights right down the middle.
That makes the score. Georgia Tech, 42.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Number 12, set to kick off.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Still on his feet at the 45. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 1st down from the 43. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
And into the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The Yellow Jackets have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And the pummeling has started. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ball State is currently ahead in this one, but let's remember, this program has just 1 bowl win all time, so nothing is a given in Muncie. They're up by 7 over Eastern Michigan. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
On the play. Brings up second down.
Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. So he recovers his own fumble, but they will have to turn it over on downs. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. To the air on first down. Feeling some heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was...
Second down.
Man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Second down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. And that ball is picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo. They go to the ground. At the 45 on his way. Nothing but green ahead. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the right. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And the route is on. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got his man, and he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for it.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Power football with the run. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. To the ground, he's got it again. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And the fullbacks are just the big, burly, strong suckers. They got bloody knuckles, tape all over the place, and they're just lowering their shoulder, trying to hit you, trying to get positive yards, and it's exactly what he does on that play.
He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The give, and tick, 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 tick. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he added the extra point. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit about to go to work. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. He's looking to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive.
Off he goes! A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Yeah, this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
Running back searching for a hole. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Here we go. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Smith. Hits him with a stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Get set, get set.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring.
Here we go.
Give to the running back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to their running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses and help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
And they want this defense spread, and they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this weekend.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And man, is that just an indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together, run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game today.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Here's a return from midfield. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
They'll throw it on first down. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Offense gets set for second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Byers on the move. Finds a man by himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Going up top on first down. Got his man on the right. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Looking to go up top on first down. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. When you know you have a team out in class, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.